What's good, everybody? My name is Gentleman Jugg.
And I'm Son.
And welcome back to another Jugg and Son doing WWE. How you doing today, boy?
I'm good.
Make sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, do all the things all the other YouTubers tell you to do. Son, take me to Raw.
So we start off with, I guess, Becky Lynch and Liv Morgan. And
Can you possibly be more excited?
I mean, it's the same thing you've seen before, Becky with a title versus Liv Morgan who wants a title on Raw.
Have I seen that before?
Yeah. A couple years ago. And then Nia Jax came out and, she says, I know that the draft happened, but I wanted to have one more day on Raw. So I came here.
Well, the draft is over next week. Or, well, it's over this week, but the results begin next week.
Yeah, so she's here and she's
so then we should never see her again on Raw.
Yeah, and she's here and she wants to fight one of them, either Becky or Liv, and Liv says, I guess I'll fight you. And she did, and she won.
Well, she's a contender, so when she's not a contender anymore, she'll be losing.
Yeah. And then we had Gunther versus Xavier Woods, and Gunther killed him, basically.
Yeah, but that was gonna happen. I wasn't surprised about that.
And then, we had Logan Paul, and he took, I guess him and Jey Uso were out here, and then they were him and the Judgment Day came out, and they were beating up Jey, and then Logan Paul took Patrick Mahomes' Super Bowl rings, and he tried to punch Jey with them, but he hit JD, and like, they showed JD later with like this,
he punched the hell out of him.
Like, he hit him for real.
Gave him blood the hard way.
Yeah.
And yeah, that...
He got punched with Super Bowl rings.
I wonder if that makes him a Super Bowl champion with the Chiefs. He has all the ring marks on his forehead, so...
And then, Finn's just looking at him like, I still had 16 staples in my head, so...
Yeah, you had... Was it 16 or was it 15?
I think it was 18 or something.
We don't even know. Yeah, JD, you need to step your game up. If you're going to get some blood the hard way, you need to do it like Finn Balor and get hit in the head with a ladder, split open, and then continue a match.
Yeah, because Finn's looking at him like, that's weak.
Yeah, weak, son. He can say son because he's older than him, so.
Yeah. Yeah, but Braun Strowman returns, and he was here to stop the Judgment Day and Logan Paul, and, he's back. Get excited.
I don't personally care.
I mean, he got killed by Roman Reigns, okay?
I mean, I'm just like not really caring about Braun Strowman. I don't know what it is. He doesn't do it. I mean, he never really did it for me, but he especially doesn't do it now.
I just thought like maybe he was cool when he was first fighting Roman. He's like, and like he like flipped over an ambulance. He's like, I'm not finished with you, and like he threw like a stunt double off the ramp. And I was like, I guess that was kind of cool. But then after that, like, and then Roman had to like crash an ambulance backwards to like trap him.
I'm just not in. I'm not in.
I don't really know where this goes, but I guess him and Jey are friends.
Yeah. Were they friends before?
They never talked before.
It's the face friendship. That's what that is. You're a face, I'm a face, so we're friends.
Yeah, until one of us turns heel.
Yeah, that's what it is. And we'll sit there and celebrate a win, and then I'll just, get a super kick to the face, or I'll get, power slammed.
And then, we had Sami Zayn and fight Bronson Reed for the IC title. And that's when, Chad Gable came out and interrupted, and he was beating up Sami Zayn, and then Bronson beat him up, and I guess that's a triple threat somewhere down the line.
Yeah, we can see the writing on the wall here. I would like to see Kurt Angle come back and manage Chad Gable.
So you got like Perk Angle and Perk Gable.
I would like to see that.
Okay, see Chad, he needs the mouth guard now.
Yeah, I want to see that. I think that would work.
Yeah, and then, Drew McIntyre came out, and he was mad that CM Punk got drafted in the draft before he did, and then I guess CM Punk was, in the in the WWE universe. Like,
this is the feud of the year, in my opinion. I am way more interested in this feud that is going to go for some long-term storytelling, which I know is probably going to find its culmination at either SummerSlam or WrestleMania for a championship.
Yeah.
Because I just see it that this is a big match.
Yeah, and like it was big before, but like they're making it better.
Yeah. I'm all about CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre, and I don't care about anything that Cody Rhodes is doing right now.
So this is pretty cool. I think CM Punk was in the skybox, and then Drew's like, "I'm coming to you," and then Drew went up there, and then CM Punk came out where Drew to the ring in his entrance,
right?
And then Drew was just so annoyed, and CM Punk says, "All right, I'm gonna do a promo faster than you held the World Heavyweight title," and then he did. He's like, "I did it in 2 minutes."
I mean, regardless. This is a fantastic feud, and I can't wait to see more of this. I'm watching it all over Twitter, or I'm sorry, the X. Check us out at gentleman.jugg. That's TikTok, my bad. Gentleman Jugg at the X. But here's the deal. This really needs to have a championship title involved. I don't care if it's probably gonna be World Championship, but
it's not. You're not taking Cody's belt.
No, nobody's taking Cody's belt, and they're not even on the right show for that, anyways. So that's what I want to see. This is the feud of the year, and I think that it's gonna be great.
Yeah, and then we had a random, since it's Raw, you gotta have those 6-man tags.
Yeah, you can skip all that. I don't give a shit about that.
I mean, for this was like the final night of the draft, and guess what? You weren't expecting this, but. Damian Priest got drafted to Raw. Well, so did, Dirty Dom and the Judgment Day.
Okay.
And then, they're like, well, guess what? Did you know that Jey Uso's on Raw?
Fine.
They're like, what's crazy is that Liv Morgan's fighting Becky Lynch, but did you know that she's on Raw as well?
I don't care. Where are you going with this?
It's just everyone's on Raw is on Raw.
Yeah. I don't care. None of this matters to me.
That's the end of the draft, so nobody really went anywhere except people from NXT.
Yeah, which hey, fine.
I guess LWO's on Raw, but now you're just gonna see the same feud you've been seeing between Ray and Dom forever.
Get rid of that group. I don't care.
That was it for like Raw.
Take me to SmackDown, son.
So SmackDown, we had Cody here, and with AJ Styles, and so far my favorite thing about Cody's title reign is his entrance.
Their feud means nothing to me. I don't even care.
So far it's like we were both in the Bullet Club, and then AJ's like, I knew your dad, I beat your dad, I'm gonna beat you, and then he slapped him.
Yeah, look, this feud means nothing to me. This feud could have been far better than it is, and it just isn't. And the reason why it's not as good is because the way to get here was LA Knight and AJ Styles was the feud, which I didn't hate, but I didn't like, but it was a better feud than what's going on right now. This is only built up for a whole month, and
this is just like 2 weeks.
Yeah, like basically 2 weeks. It's like we knew for a month that this was gonna go down, but like for 2 weeks they didn't say nothing to each other. And now they're all of a sudden going to sit there and be like, let's ramp it up and sell this thing. And I'm like, this is stupid. I don't believe that either one of you guys hate each other. And you just slapped him because of nothing. This could have been way, way better.
Maybe also because, the crowd was nice and loud, but they really didn't let them talk because of their chants.
Look, I'm all about, the chants and things like that, but I also am all about letting people talk so they can get what they need to get out.
It was like that, and then they weren't able. They had to talk fast, and it was just kind of awkward. And I'm like, this wasn't the feud.
Nah, this is not it. And I like the Paris crowd; they're fantastic. And I believe since they have a PLE in there coming to their town, this will make it better. Maybe they'll get a WrestleMania sooner or later.
Yeah, and then we got to see We got to see Randy Orton and Kevin Owens, fight with Solo and Tama Tonga again, like last week.
Yeah, cool.
And the week before that. I'm like, okay. And they're like, I guess they're going to fight at Backlash.
And this will settle it.
Yeah. And, and Paul said that with Roman Reigns, he didn't pull himself out of the draft. I pulled him out because I didn't want him to deal with what the Bloodline's going through right now.
I guess he has the authority to do that.
I'm like, okay, so Roman would just went with it?
Probably. He's not coming back for a while. We know this. So
when he comes back, he's going to Superman punch Paul again?
Who knows? We'll find out what happens with Paul and Roman sooner or later.
Yeah, and then, LA Knight just beat up some people of Santos's group.
Yeah.
To look strong, I guess, after losing to AJ.
None of this matters to me. I don't even care.
And then we had a tag team match for the tag team titles where we had the Street Profits versus A-Town Down Under, and I mean, shocker, the Street Profits lost again.
They're a couple of losers. They can't do anything now. I mean, they used to win all the time. Now they can't win at all.
Their team is called Pride, but I don't know how you can have pride when you lose every time. And you've got
including you, Bobby.
Yeah, because was it Carmelo's like, I guess I lost to Cody, but I'll bring it back. And then Bobby's like, you should join us. And he's like, why? You guys lose all the time. When's the last time you won? And Bobby's like, you should be careful who you're disrespecting. I'm like, but Carmelo's right.
He is right. He's won a championship more recently than you, Bobby.
He's like, I won. It's like, it was the NXT belt, but like, it's still more than you.
Yeah. It's like, you might as well stick with the United States Championship. You clearly like that more than the WWE Championship.
But you can't even seem to win that.
Robert, you need to go ahead and pack it in. Yeah. Unless you're going to start winning championships, go ahead and pack it in.
I mean, that was it for SmackDown. Like, not much really happened.
Son, take me to Backlash.
So we start off with, Randy and Kevin versus, Solo and Tama Tonga. And, Paul was there. And
they made this a street fight.
Just randomly. They're like...
Which is confusing to me because I'm looking at how the sausage is made. This all of a sudden became a street fight, which means they had freaking trash cans and kendo sticks and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, well, why'd you put that there if you didn't know this was going to be a street fight beforehand? And then Nick Aldis comes out, it's going to be a street fight. Like, a surprise? Okay.
I mean, he should have been like, this is going to be a Samoan street fight. Or...
yeah, right.
Or he could be like, this is going to be a Paris street fight.
Yeah, how we do it in Paris. Which... fantastic crowd. I think that they are going to be getting a WrestleMania or at least more pay-per-views, right?
Yeah, I mean, the match was fine. Was it Randy or Kevin was about to beat Solo, and then suddenly a guy in a hoodie comes out and he takes off his hoodie, or he was just standing there, and I'm
just meant to know who this is.
The commentators make me laugh when this happens. They're like, oh my god, it's Tangaloa! It's Tama Tonga's brother! Oh my god, do you know who that is, Cole?
No, I don't. I don't know who it is. And I'm just thinking, there's more?
And I'm like, whoa.
Why is there more?
I'm like, it's the adopted Usos.
Ugh.
So yeah, there's another guy, and then, Solo wins, like how, Roman would win when a new Uso shows up. And then, now we got Tangaloa, Tama Tonga, and Solo Sikoa. The bloodline. And then Paul's my face, he looks horrified, and I'm like, I'm horrified.
He's horrified in the sense of, this isn't what the tribal chief would want, but I'm horrified in the sense of like, there's more of you guys. How many more are you gonna show up?
Like, we still haven't seen Rikishi yet.
There's gonna be a freaking civil war. I bet that's where it's going.
Bloodline Civil War Part 2.
I'm almost 100% certain that the Usos are going to freaking become a tag team again, and Roman Reigns is going to come back.
And then we'll get our face Roman.
We'll get our face Roman, our face Usos, and they're going to have a civil war with the other side.
He's going to be like, I'm not a good tribal chief. I'm not a bad tribal chief. I'm the tribal chief.
It writes itself.
And he's like, he's going to be like, acknowledge that.
Like, no, he's not going to say that. I guarantee you he won't say that.
Your tribal chief succotash, son.
I'm just done with this story until Roman comes back. I really don't care because nothing here is like really exciting me. Now, maybe there are people out there who do like this story, and I thought this story concluded at WrestleMania, but they want to sit there and say who's taking over the block. It's a battle for the title of the tribal chief, but there already is a tribal chief. Okay, regardless, Solo, of what's going on, the tribal chief, Roman Reigns, he held that title for 3+ years.
I'm just saying, like,
made all the money for the family. and brought that relevancy to make this freaking family the biggest family there is. And now you want to sit here and act like you can just take it because Roman's on vacation. No.
I mean, to me, it's like, so far, my favorite part of the story is just Paul.
not to mention that the crowd is freaking chanting Roman Reigns.
They're like, we want Roman. Like,
a month ago, they hated him.
I know, and now they chant, we want Roman during Cody's segments.
Okay? So, all right, keep going.
All right, then we had the women's the women's title match, where it's Bayley, Naomi, and Tiffany, and I was like, it's Bayley's first title defense, and I did not think Bayley was gonna lose at all. So
no, she was not gonna lose.
So I mean, it was a fine match, and Bayley won, and that's and then we had Damian Priest versus Jey Uso, and I guess I like Jey's entrance.
Did anybody think that Damian Priest was going to lose?
No, my favorite part was just Jey's entrance. That was like it. I was like, okay, this is kind of cool. He's like, yeet, and then Pat's always like, every time Jey comes out, he's like, I just yeeted all over myself.
That's what he says, and it's hilarious every time he says it.
Yeah, and Cole's like, what?
Yeah, he yeeted all over himself.
He just says it every time. Like, okay.
Face, neck, and chest.
And yeet.
That's what he did.
Yeah, and then Jey lost, and I was like, yeah, obviously
that makes sense because the Judgment Day kept getting involved, even though Damian Priest didn't want it. So now I feel like Damian Priest is going to turn either face or distance himself from the Judgment Day. So
I'm like,
there,
sure,
that is.
I guess why? Let's break up one of our good factions so that we can let our bad ones.
All because
keep going.
Mommy is gone.
Yeah, well,
whatever.
Okay, I mean, I'm just gonna skip over this one, but it was the women's tag match.
You can skip it. I don't care.
Bianca won. That's it.
Bianca and
Jade,
they won. So they're the new.
Jade won her first title. I guess
it might as well be a Divas Championship. I don't care.
It may as well be a 24/7 pair of titles.
Don't care.
And then after that, we have the main event where we have Cody and AJ. And, this match was pretty tense because I was like, I don't know if Cody's in danger.
No, he wasn't. He was never in any danger. He was not losing his first title defense. That's not how this is going to go. We all knew this. Okay? We all knew this.
I mean, I guess, the commentators too. I mean, they have to sell it, but they're like, oh my gosh, AJ's going to end the reign.
Look, it was cool when it was Roman Reigns because we could kind of see that, for the first year or so, it was like, he might do it. And then there were a couple matches where you're like, there's no way that Roman Reigns would lose. But then again, it looks like he might do it. And with Cody Rhodes, I just don't feel that.
It's like, this is going to be like a John Cena thing.
It's like, what I really hope doesn't happen is that he's another character where the chase for the title is better than him actually having the title.
Yeah, so he's better.
You know what I'm saying?
He's better if he doesn't finish his story.
Yeah.
So, they got to get the belt off him, so he can be like, I got to win the belt again to finish my story. And then they just never give him the belt.
I don't know what to say about this. I already knew that he wasn't going to lose. I don't think that Cody will lose until, if at least, probably WrestleMania or Survivor Series. I mean, that's usually when titles kind of change hands anyways.
I would give him till SummerSlam, because if The Rock comes back...
I don't know how long it takes to shoot a movie. Whatever the next Fast and Furious or Hobbs and Shaw is, or whatever the hell his movie is going to be called.
Look, for Cody's title reign, I'm just waiting for that Randy feud or that Rock feud.
Yeah, I'd be into a Randy feud.
Like, give me Randy or the Rock.
I don't think Randy's turning heel anytime soon, though.
No, so I'm just waiting for the Rock to come back, the final boss.
Yeah.
And since he's not around, then I guess I don't really care.
Just walk in the ring. Hey, Cody, can I hold your title?
He's like, oh, sure.
Okay, thank you. Hey, anyways, listen. If you like this, hey, like, comment, subscribe. Hit the bell icon, do all the things all the other YouTubers tell you to do, which is pretty much what I just said. Hit us up on the X, hit us up on Instagram, hit us up on TikTok, which is gentleman.jugg. And tune in next time because the next one will be available
when it's ready.